Aloha everyone, Sunny here. How are you? How are you doing today? I hope you're having a great day, a great night, a great morning, wherever you are on the planet. I wanted to just come on real quick to share some news. I am, 3 days away from the poem being released on Wednesday, November 18th, 2020. Let's see how to explain. My best friend and I have been creating short videos to chronicle the time that I've been out, the time that I am out here on the road on my Ancient Love Story Tour. And my Ancient Love Story Tour started back in March of 2020 at a time when we were, just entering into the hit of COVID-19 and lots of things were closing down, shutting down. And I had been planning this tour for quite some time, a DIY music tour, do-it-yourself music tour. And I had a slew of shows lined up across the Southwest from Los Angeles to Charleston, South Carolina. They were all canceled. And I rerouted my journey. I headed to the Bay Area from Los Angeles, and then from the Bay Area, I stayed in East Palo Alto and San Francisco for a spell, and then I crossed the country in the Greyhound bus, playing my guitar in bus stations, wearing my mask so I could come into the stations and just play amongst the people. I've been on an amazing journey, and I headed back to the West Coast and reunited with Surreal Autumn, who is a documentary filmmaker and actor by craft. We met at Standing Rock, and we had a vision, and the vision was to continue chronicling the stories of the people, for the planet, for all the creatures that live on the planet, through prayer and ceremony from our indigenous roots, our indigenous peoples. And that spark was lit in my soul, in my mind, in my heart, in my body at Standing Rock. And I've been on that journey ever since. So part of my music tour was to continue to stand for the things I believe in, the things that I want to protect and defend, the entities and the spirits and the peoples and the animals that I have partnered with to really ground down in this body of mine and make a difference in the now for all that's happening, all that will happen, and even integrate the wounds of the past in the now to make a better future for the children. So, getting back to the moment now, as I am on this tour, Surreal and I have come back together to create the videos and get the footage for the next record and for a documentary film. When I wrap this transmission, I will share Surreal's first full-length documentary called On the Sacred Run. So we are actually piggybacking on that spirit of On the Sacred Run, which chronicled a run across Turtle Island led by the late, great Dennis Banks, one of the co-founders of the American Indian movement. And in the spirit of all life is sacred, we will continue the journey with Ancient Love Story, which was a calling from deep inside me when I was on a Greyhound bus heading from Los Angeles to Portland, Oregon last summer to defend and to raise money and awareness for Mauna Kea, the biggest, most beautiful, bold mountain in the world. From sea base to the heavens, Mauna Kea. So, along with standing and protecting the waters from pipelines and from pollution and stopping telescopes being built up on the top of the most sacred mountain on the planet, and standing for no more stolen sisters, no more stolen women, men, children, no more. That's what I stand for. I believe if we partner and connect to the water within us, we actually connect to the sacred being of all life. It's our ancient love story. So that's what the documentary film will be about. It will be Surreal and I with Hunka back out on the road, collecting the stories of all the peoples that we come across. Give us a human and we will capture their story. So the video that's coming out on the 18th, which is 3 days away, is this. It's the second video of a series. We're calling them episodes. The first was called I Am Free, and that is actually episode 0. I actually had called it episode 1, but Surreal's like, it's episode 0 because being free cannot be numbered. So I actually went back and edited everything. And so the poem, which is a poem that I wrote back at 19 when I first came to the Bay Area, when I first came to North Beach, San Francisco, I wrote this poem. I got off a plane and this poem came, and I think it was like the connection, that first connection that I had with my soul. And that poem will be coming out on the 18th on Patreon. So what I'm doing is I'm using Patreon to really streamline what I'm creating and to raise money so that I can continue to create, so that I can continue to set these visions that I have for myself, for my community, and for the planet. So I'll add all the links that I've been talking about on the Sacred Run, my Patreon site, where this sneak peek tier is a tier that I've created so that everyone that joins at that $12 tier can get all exclusive content as we chronicle songs, stories, adventures, thoughts, feelings, impressions from the people, from myself, people that I come across during this journey. And we set off, hopefully in the spring, to cross Turtle Island again and again and again, collecting the stories of all peoples, indigenous peoples to planet Earth, star beings, whatever, you know. We might even sit and interview a slug because they're beautiful. And they leave like an iridescent trail as they cross concrete or decomposing grass, leaves. All life is sacred. So join me at Patreon. You can also support me at Bandcamp, sunniileilani.bandcamp.com, where I have 3 collections of records that I've created over a span of time, like the last decade. There is my Patreon site. I'll put my YouTube link in, and my Instagram. So 3 days away, the poem, the first episode after 0 episode of these exclusive videos that will continue to shape and lend direction for the big documentary film that we will create for our beloved humanity, for all creatures, for the things we protect and defend, and the things we love, our land, our rivers, our mountains, our streams, our fish, our canine friends, our children, our ancestors, our elders, all life. So I'm going to keep the countdown going. Please do join me at Patreon. And it's patreon.com/SUNNI'i and 3 days away from the poem. So join me so you can see it. I'll have some teasers and trailers coming out, and this is just the second of many. So thank you for listening, joining me here. I think we had, hey, Jonathan, Fabian, Sharon. Thank you for watching. Thank you for everyone who will watch in the future. Thank you already for everyone who's supported me and continues to support me on Patreon, here on Facebook, on Instagram. I really, truly appreciate you all, and on Bandcamp too. So Aloha. Kuki ai mauna. Mini wachoni. Water is life. Thank you.